Hey, how's it going, guys? So, as you can see here, I have a 1928 S and then a 1976 to 1970, 1976, sorry, $1 Ike. So, the reason why I'm showing these two, as you can see, you probably already noticed, um, this Ike dollar to the right, it's not bad. It doesn't have that hit on the high point of the cheek, the one on the jawline, the one above that, if you can see that. Get a closer look for you guys. And you can see a lot of this contact all along the cheek, some in front of the face right there. But other than that, it even has some some of the remnant toning. I guess you can see it kind of popping through, even though this is not silver. It has that toning because the back at one point had tape. And so what I did, and I actually have to hit it a little bit better, but what I did, there's actually, you can see, part of the reason why I'm making this video is some spots I missed, but I'm gonna hit it with the MS-70 coin, quote unquote cleaner, but it's more of a brightener, just to remove the PVC tape. I like the toning. What about you guys? But yeah, this one's not bad either. Take it out of its case. Oh shit. Just spilt a bunch of the MS-70 all over the place down here. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. So, with the 1976, this was more of like a commemorative style coin for the bicentennial. Just like the Drummer Boy, you would find this coin in the set. Sorry about that. And then this one I fortunately found in a bankroll. Or not bankroll, but someone deposited a bunch of these. They're all nice. I kept this one because I like the toning to the back. And even so, it's got some nice luster. But we're going to remove that tape right there. And you can really see it's like this gluey blue PVC staining. The rest of the coin's not too bad. But we'll get rid of that. And then this 1928S, unfortunately, so I bought this in a Chinatown shop. And another reason why I have two of these coins out is I want to show you guys a little bit of the differences here. So if you're out and about and you want to see what a real silver coin kind of sounds like, you can always do the ping test if you're not sure. So what I do is I balance it on my finger as much as I can. I'm trying to do this here. And then I'll grab something that is not silver and I'll hit it next to it. You'll get that long ping. Whereas if you do it with a non-silver coin, balance this just like the other one, and then hit it. Oh, well, you get the same sound. I really think it's because I'm hitting with the silver coin, so I'm not sure if this is going to work as a ping test, but yeah, well, anyways, you're supposed to hear it really pronounced. This sounds a lot like silver. I know it's not, though, because you can kind of tell the edge. Even if it was 40%, it's not. It's a D. So in order for it to be a silver percentage of anything, it'd be an S for the Ike. But we're going to go ahead and clean this one. Take all the glue off because this is an S. As you guys can see there. 1928S is a semi-key date. There's the 1921 high relief piece dollar. Then there's the 1928 Philly, the 1928S, the 1934 Philly, and the 1934S. Those are all your key dates for the piece dollars there. Again, we're gonna go ahead and clean this backside and hopefully get it just as nice as this one. Again, a lot of people would be against this, but it already has the tape. It's been cleaned before. I mean, I would say just join me in watching this go from this to the after. Anyways, here I have the MS-70. I've shown you guys before what it looks like. I use a Q-tip. I simply dip it in the MS-70. And then I go ahead and apply it lightly. I don't even rub. I just simply roll the Q-tip over the desired area. And by rolling it, you're really preventing any of the kind of harsh cleaning motions that you'd get from scrubbing. And it's a Q-tip. I mean, this is silver given. It's not soft like gold, but it's also not super hard. You're sitting there and you know, yeah, you're gonna end up leaving some cleaning lines. But doing this, I've done it with a few other coins and they seem fine. But yeah, you just kind of start noticing how it starts getting clear on certain portions. And you can do a little light rub, light, you know, nothing aggressive. And as you guys can tell, it's already looking a little bit better. This is really just to preserve the coin and really make it look nice. Because even though it did have that original skin developing, the underside was still cleaned. Because this is definitely a clean coin. At one point or another, it got cleaned. You guys can tell. So by me doing this, it's really not that big of a deal. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. If you guys think this is taboo or if you guys are completely with this. I know a lot of people are okay with this as long as it's done correctly. And then MS-70 is a really good product in my opinion. Just because it's not super harsh. I know things like eZest or CoinZest, whatever it's called. And other products similar to that. And see how dirty this is. I mean, on both sides. Can be a little bit harsher on coins. And I should probably honestly be not applying this as much. Probably try rinsing it off the water. But like I said, guys, this is already a cleaned coin. So as long as I don't just ruin it a little bit more, I figure cleaning it like this is safe enough. I get the edges. It's always like between these things. You get a lot of the grime, so to say. Alright, probably enough of this. I'm gonna rinse this side off. Just use water and then try to dab it with the towel here. Not rub, not be too aggressive, but just dab it. dabbing it will still get the water off, but at the same time, keep you from creating more rub lines that this has, as you guys can see. But, I mean, brought back some of the, I mean, that's super clean, you can tell. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like it before or after? Front side's pretty shitty. I'm not gonna lie. But we're doing it mainly for this side. So let's get on to the main part of the show. So we'll do the back side. And we'll try to clean this up. The good thing about this stuff is I'm actually going to show you what it does to the tape. It softens it up. And you can kind of get underneath there as such. Boom. And in theory, that part that was underneath the tape was probably really immaculate. Nope. I mean, it looks nice, but is there any more tape? Doesn't seem like it, but let's keep going. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be a little bit more, not so gentle in the back. That's really not wanting to come off. But who knows if I let it soak. And this product's really good at getting most of the stuff off. I've used it a few times. That's why I'm so confident in it. But yeah. Other than that, I hope you guys had a good Father's Day weekend. I know I did. Unfortunately, wasn't able to see my daughter and stuff, but that's a different story. Other than that, I was able to spend time with my girlfriend and her daughter, and essentially went to Tahoe, went fishing, didn't catch anything, fortunately. Did want to go on a chartered boat, but I didn't order anything on time. That was my fault. I just kind of procrastinated on that and missed out on going fishing on a boat, chartered boat. But however, I did go fishing on the lake. Over in Emerald Bay, that side, just because I was told there was a good chance of linking up with trout there, just because of the boulder structures at the bottom, and that's what trout typically like to go for. If you guys do any fishing at all, let me know what you guys think of that approach, and or have you ever been to Lake Tahoe, South Lake Tahoe, and fished that whole lake? If so, what do you guys use? Some tips, areas you go to. Let me know, because I am open to both going and trying new tactics. That's my other personal kind of main hobby, really, other than coins. Fishing. Big, huge passion of mine. I typically go every weekend. If I'm not doing something coin related, it's fishing and or working. But yeah, it's always good to have different hobbies. Okay, I think this is as good as it's gonna get. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this off. Don't want to sit there and, vigorously rub on it. And again, give it a little pat down. A little pat down. TSA pat down. All right, let's see here. So what do we got? So I couldn't get rid of these. Maybe if I did E-Zest, that I know is a little bit more aggressive, definitely would get rid of those. But you can see my reflection, which is not a good thing, I guess. But as I mentioned before, this thing's already cleaned. But at least it doesn't have all that. It still has some rim, damn it. Oh, no. Like I said, it's damaged anyway, so Really just trying to make it not look fugly. But honestly, if you think about it, it's not a bad coin. Definitely below AU, probably XF. That being said, though, $1928S is still a good date. Okay. Now, let's move on to this one. Like, not a silver coin, but we're going to get rid of this stuff and see what it does, or how it ends up. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any Ike dollars, or if you collect these at all. I know a lot of people do. This is kind of one of those, and you can kind of see what it's doing to the tape. It's like melting it as I'm going at it. So literally melting the tape. See? But let me know if you guys collect these at all. I know a lot of people did back in the day. Just because it was one of those newer designs that hadn't been done in a long, long time. And it was just something fun and exciting for people. And because of that, a lot of people just pulled these and kept them aside. They're not really worth too much unless they're in like a 76. 67, sorry, it's dyslexic ass. If they're in a 67 holder, 67 plus, that's when you get the real money. That's, I think, the top pop for these. Could be 68, I could be wrong. I haven't looked at them in a while. But I do know that this, there's some more at the top. And really at this point, I'm just kind of hitting the entire backside. But I know that these coins do get up there in price if you find something decent. Which this coin has good surfaces. It's just not a 7, I would say. If it didn't have any of that toning, whatnot, I'd say this coin easily would get like a 3. Probably 3. Maybe even a little bit generous on that, but you know. We all tend to be a little bit generous on our coins. And it's only when we get told by someone else that our coin is not what we think it is that we get upset. Kind of like when graders send you a coin back and you swear that it's a better grade. And they tell you, nope, you are not right. We passed this on to 3 people that work for us, and we all think the same thing based on our notes. So therefore, you are wrong. Which honestly could be a correct thing, because if you notice, I don't know if you notice right there, but I'm going all around this coin, and I'm like discovering little spots here and there of that tape. So me hitting it, doing this, definitely helped. But yeah, guys, if you haven't had time to like, share, subscribe, the whole YouTube thing, definitely do. I appreciate all the people who have subscribed and watch my videos. I do this as a fun hobby, and hopefully for people to learn a little bit. I've been learning a lot by watching other people, and just kind of enjoying the overall look of these coins, the history behind them, just seeing the effects that coin collecting has on the general population. It's something that's kind of addicting, I'm not gonna lie. It's very relaxing, very soothing. You can sit here and really just do your thing all day, clean your coins. If they're not of super value, obviously I don't recommend cleaning coins that are like ultra rare dates and have actual value to them. This is, has no value. And as such, I'm cleaning it. There's a lot of PVC on it. keep removing off the surface. So again, this is all stuff that the graders would have instantly said no to, and actually might send this off one day just to see what it does. You know, something tells me they'll notice the cleaning and all this other stuff. But there's that one chance, you know. I'm gonna watch this. All right. Move this other coin out of the way. Get my 70. All right, same process as the 1928S. Just give it a quick little dab dry. And yeah, that really helped out tremendously. I don't need to do the front side. But yeah, guys. So we have the befores and after.